Welcome. Today's topic is The Spectator Club. The Spectator Club was a weekly magazine written by Joseph Addison and Richard Steele. When we hear the word Addison, automatically our mind goes Steele. So Joseph Addison and Richard Steele, both of them together, and published this weekly magazine, The Spectator Club. So it is an interesting work, as well as we can know the club members. So it is 1711 to 1712 and then 1714. During that year only these magazines were published, in the sense weekly magazine. Both of them together returned this magazine, that is a Spectator Club. The Spectator Club. Here we can see how the club members, here we can know about the members, their behavior as well as their characters. We come to know how their behavior and what are the characters of that particular Spectator Club. So it is only a short essay. I am giving just the explanation of this essay. For example, I am not going to explain a line by line, but I will explain what is the gist in this Spectator Club. Okay, a Spectator Club. We all know that Spectator Club is, when we hear the word spectator, automatically we come to know Joseph Addison as well as Steele. The Spectator focused more constantly on political, philosophical, religious and literary issues. The Spectator, it is focused, for example, the Spectator Club, that weekly magazine, were focused on this. The Tatler is also work of them, folded at the start of 1711, but was almost immediately followed by the Spectator. After the Spectator, that book, we have the Tatler editions. Here Addison took the lead, contributing a large number of essays than Steele, and most scholars agree, setting the tone for the new journal. The Spectator, which was published every day except Sunday, ran 555 issues. So it is very easy to remember how many issues. So it is ran around 555 issues, that is 555 issues, until finally running out of steam. So here we can see how the Addison took a lead, contributing a large number of essays than Steele. Only Joseph Addison were contributed, but we are studying a Richard Steele, The Spectator Club. The Spectator Club was written by Richard Steele. That particular club members, introduction of the club members or about the characters of a club members, these are all were written by our Sir Richard Steele. Yes, Sir Richard Steele is also one of the greatest prose writer during that age. And then members, these are all the members: Sir Roger de Coverley, and then a bachelor, Sir Andrew Freeport, Captain Sentry, clergyman Will Honeycomb. So when we read summary, we don't have any unimportant character like a bachelor or a clergyman. We have only the Sir Roger de Coverley, Sir Andrew Freeport, and then Captain Sentry and Will Honeycomb. But when we read the text line by line, we come to know a bachelor as well as a clergyman is also were included, and in Spectator Club author have explained about these two members also. So these are all the members in Spectator Club. Steele, this essays because he loved to explain the Spectator Club members. Okay, we will go what are each and every characters and how they are and what are their behavior as well as on what are their character depicts. Sir Roger de Coverley. We all know that Sir Roger de Coverley, in many of his essays we come to know Sir Roger. For example, Sir Roger at the theatre and Sir Roger de Coverley, and then Sir Roger and Will Wimble. So many works about Sir Roger. Yes, Sir Roger de Coverley is a baronet, a gentleman of Worcestershire. He is single and in behavior, and then he has justice of quorum. He has no enemies. So he has no enemies. because he is such a lovable person. When he speaks, he used to speak in a very, very politeful manner. When he lives in town, he lives in Soho Square. He contradicts to the manner of the world. He was crossed in love by a perverse, beautiful widow. He kicked Dawson in public coffee shop for calling him youngster. His great grandfather was an inventor of a famous country dance. So Sir Roger de Coverley is a very, very good gentleman because of his simplicity and because of his care only. So many people liked Sir Roger. When we know the essay, that is Sir Roger and Will Wimble, we come to know how Sir Roger is very, very a simple man and how he spent his time with our spectator. Sir Roger and Will Wimble, that work was written by Edison, because Edison, when he goes with Sir Roger, he started to explain how Sir Roger is and how the relationship between Sir Roger and Will Wimble. This particular essay, Sir Roger, he is in a 56 years old and a great lover of mankind because he grew humble in desire. After he had forgot his beautiful cruel widow, he has frequently orphaned with beggars and gypsies, because after he lost his love, he frequently go and join with the beggars and gypsies, because he is very, very humble. He want to be a humble in nature. That is his more desirable work. That is, he want to be simple and he want to be a humble person. Simple and humble is a very, very good mankind of Sir Roger, and he loves also a great lover of mankind, because if he saw anyone who is very, very poor or who is not enough for their daily wages, he goes and help them, and he loved those persons. He keeps a good house both in town and country, as well as in a country as well as in a town. In both the place he has a good house. His tenants grow rich, his servants look satisfied. All the young women profess love to him, and young men are glad to have his company, because not only he want to be a rich, but his mind always he's a servant, as well as one who works with him is also must be a rich person. That is his mankind. He used to call his servants by their names, and he gained universal applause by explaining a passage of thing. So it's a very, very great important of Sir Roger. And then next is a bachelor. A bachelor, we all know that a bachelor is nothing but is an unmarried person. Here a member of Inner Temple. He is a member in Inner Temple, and a man of great probity, wit and understanding. He is able to understand all the persons because he is a man of great probity, wit and understanding. The most learned man in club. He is a person who learned a lot. Excellent critic, audience feel good when he is at play, and actors try to please him. So excellent critic, audience feel very good because of his presence, and punctual. Exactly at 5 he passes through New Inn and visits the playhouse, because he loves very much. He loves the play. His familiarity with customs, manners, actions and writings of ancient makes him a keen observer in present world. His taste of book is little. He reads all but approves very few. Aristotle and Longinus are much understood by him than Littleton and Cook. See, this bachelor is a very, very familiar person, because his familiarities with custom, manner, action and writings of ancient makes him a keen understanding. So these are all the characters of a bachelor. Next, Sir Andrew Freeport. Sir Andrew Freeport is a merchant of great eminence in the city of London, a man of strong reason and experience. His notion of trade are noble and generous, owner of any ships and made fortune by himself. He has a natural unaffected eloquence. He calls a sea as British common, and believes a trade of good sense is a pleasant able company than a scholar. He argues that diligence make more lasting accusation than valor, and sloth has ruined many nations than sword. His favorite maxim is a penny saved is a penny got. So it is a favorite proverb of Sir Andrew Freeport, that is a penny saved is a penny got, because he loves to be a person to be a person as a merchant. He is a merchant and he wants to be a man of strong reason and experiences. So it is a very character of Sir Andrew Freeport, and his famous quote is, a penny saved is a penny got. And then he sometimes he want to be a normal, but as a merchant in some or the other way he must be a very strict to their workers. Next is a Captain Sentry. Captain Sentry, when we hear the word Captain Sentry, yes, he is a soldier, a courtier as well as a soldier. Captain Sentry is a courtier as well as a soldier, and he is a hired to Sir Roger. A gentleman of great courage, good understanding, but invincible modesty. So he has a courage as a soldier. He has a courage and has a understanding mentality, as well as he lives in a modesty way. He has a small estate. A strict honesty and regular behavior are obstacles to him. The military part of his life flourished him with adventures. He is never overbearing, through accustomed to command men in the utmost degree below him, nor ever to obsequious from an habit of obeying men highly above him. So he has a small estate and he is a very strict in nature, because he is a soldier, no? So with that he is very strict in nature, and then he has crossed many adventurous things in his military service. And then he is never overbearing, though accustomed by command men in the utmost degree below him, nor ever to obsequious from an habit of obeying men highly above him. So he is a very strict in nature, and he has a more courage as well as understanding and inevitable modesty, that is, he lives in a modest way. And then next is a clergyman. Clergyman is nothing but a chamber councillor. He is a chamber councillor, and he is not interested in this world, because he always used to speak in a philosophical manner. So only persons call him a philosophic man of great learning and great sanctity of life. And he has a followers also. He is a philosophy person, so he has a follower also. The most exact good breeding conceives hope from his misfortune. He runs a weak constitution. He is a chamber councillor, and he is not interested in this world, because he always speak about a philosophy. So persons call them a philosophic man. He always speaks about a philosophy, and he want to have some followers with him. So these are all the thing about the clergyman. So till now we saw Sir Roger de Coverley, and then clergyman, a bachelor, and Captain Sentry, and Freeport. So these are all the character, and we have a last and the important character, that is the character where he is also an important character. The character name is Will. The character name is Will Honeycomb. Will Honeycomb is the character. Will turned gentleman of good height and fortune. So Will, he is a very tall man, and that is a good height and a fortune man, and honest, worthy man. He is a very honest man. He knows the history of every mode. Well dressed man. He can smile when one speaks to him and laughs easily. So he is a very smiling person and a responsible person. When someone says or when someone asks anything, he responds in very polite manner, as well as when they saw them, he used to give a little smile, and then he laughs easily also. And then dress is a very important to him. He always wear in a good dress, that is a well dressed man, and he knows the history of every mode. So each and everything, he loves history. He loves to read history also. And then he is very, very honest person. And he is very, very tall person. So this is the character of Will Honeycomb. So these are all the characters from The Spectator Club. That is Roger de Coverley, a bachelor, Will Honeycomb, and then clergyman, Freeport, these, and then Captain Sentry. And these are all the characters which was explained by Steele in the Spectator Club essay. If you like this essay, kindly give a like, and if you not a subscribe my channel, kindly give a subscription. Kindly click on a subscription button. Kindly click on a subscription button and click a bell icon which is near to that, so that you will get a notification of my video. And if you like this explanation, kindly give a like and kindly support me. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you.